Hey guys, Clutch here, just dropping in on a quick review on the 47's Quark AA squared turbo flashlight. An excellent torch, I might say. However, after using this torch for the last couple of months in work and recreation applications, there was a couple of things I have noticed, and I thought a quick review on these, since I know a lot of other guys are covering things like all the benefits and all the specifics. I didn't really want to cover that because this is real use problems that I've run into with this particular torch. Number one, I wanted to show you, and let me see if I can show you here real quick. But of course, this is a waterproof flashlight. Notice the tail cap sticks out. And by the way, I personally really like that. It's easier to come up here and click and activate the torch. But one of the problems I've noticed is in a work application, a real life application, notice the tail cap actually tore. Now, this is a waterproof flashlight, and I don't know, I can't remember the exact specs on how waterproof it is, but clearly she ain't waterproof anymore. Now, I don't even know how I did that. I just pulled it out of the pouch one time and noticed that Jeepers Creepers, 25%, or maybe not that much, at least a good tear of rubber off of this tail cap switch is now gone. I had to order a new tail switch. I did order it from 47's. I did get the one that's typical to this flashlight, so hopefully we won't have this problem again. And it wasn't a huge deal. The tail cap is about 12 bucks, but still, you pay 75 bucks for a flashlight. You don't really want to be thinking that, geez, if I get a little rainwater or something like that in there, am I going to destroy the electronics or whatever on this particular torch? So that's one issue. Now, one other issue, and it has to do with the programming. You guys are probably already familiar, if you've done this, seen any reviews on this, you know that this flashlight is set up with two presets, if you will, or two programs. There's many programs that you can choose from, but with the rotating of the bezel over here, just like an eighth of a turn, you can actually pick up those particular programs. Now, one thing I've noticed, when you pick up these programs, and I wouldn't typically say that this is a major issue, but if you're using, for example, the moonlight setting, after this torch has been in the off position, when you flip it to the moonlight, if you are in the moonlight position on the bezel, and you click this to the on position, you get an initial, not to use electrical terms here, but basically an initial inrush of light or a flash of light before it picks up the moonlight setting. So that's something, if you're using this moonlight setting typically for, if you're going in to like check on a baby, or if you're in the theater and you want to use the moonlight setting, and all of a sudden, bam, you got this flash of light coming out of it, and it's instantaneous. Keep in mind, it's instantaneous, and it picks up that moonlight. But it is seems to be a little bit of a fault in the electronics, and can be a little bit of an issue. So something to take note, that bezel, and I've only noticed that after the unit's been off. For example, I think right now I'm in a bit of a moonlight. Let me see if I can actually illustrate this. Find some dark. And this is the light. It's been in the off position. Right now I think I've got it in like the midway or medium range lighting position. What I want to show you is I want to see if this will actually do what I'm talking about. Let's see. Did you guys see how that flash? There was an instant flash, and then it came back down. Now that it actually got that out of there, it'll work fine. But that instant flash is what's really strange. And I haven't quite got that all figured out. The only other issue, by the way, in the throw on this thing is unbelievable. 205 or 206 lumens, whatever this thing's spec'd at, is unbelievable how far that light is actually thrown. One other thing, though, in a close-up type shot, let me see if I can show you this. You'll actually pick up and notice a little bit of a hole. Now, that's not any big issue. A hole in the space of the light. I'm trying to see if I can pick that up and show you. Of course, the further out you get, you don't notice that as much, but not a big deal. But the bigger deal is definitely the fact that when you do turn that bad dad back on, after it's been off, if you are trying to pick up one of the lower settings, you better be prepared to block that light by holding the flashlight to your pants. Otherwise, you are going to have a burst on that first pickup. So that's all I got for now on the 4.7's Quark AA squared turbo flashlight. An excellent light, but a couple of little concerns I have had, especially with a product that is as expensive as this one. Just a couple of little quirks, or quarks, no pun intended, that I've noticed with this light. So this is Tactical Etch, over and out.